Alrighty, second day of the holidays, term 2 holidays. We're already halfway through the year. It's pretty crazy. We just got back from sea kayaking camp in Cairns, and that was heaps of fun. It was really nice and warm, and it was like 25 degrees and sunny every day, and I come back to like 1 degree and rainy. So bit of a change coming back here in the cold, but it's alright. I'm back up at the trail. Already to me it looks like, because I haven't been up here in a week and it hasn't been maintained for a week, so I'm interested to see how it holds up after a bit of rain, because apparently it's been raining quite a bit down here. So we'll go through the trail, I'll give it a bit of a leaf blow and get all the leaves off it, because Andy's coming up possibly today, and he will be coming up tomorrow because the weather's looking a bit nicer then. So, and we'll get that jump after the road gap done, and we'll figure out where it's going to go, because that was annoying me before. So we're going to figure that out, and right now what I'm going to do is just going to get all these leaves off the trail and clear it up a bit, and maybe do a bit of fixing up, see how it's held up with all the lyrebirds eating at it. And yeah, I'll update you when we get down a bit further and see what it's like. Just came down with the leaf blower. Looks a lot nicer now. A lot of these berms have stayed intact really well. This camera makes it a lot lighter than it actually is. Right now it's quite dark. But no, it looks really good. I'm keen to do some more building, but I'm heading back up now because it's starting to rain, so yeah, I'll come back down later. Okay, so it's Monday and Andy's come up doing some building. Cute little Betty. We've made a decision on this step down. I'll show you. Just down there, we're gonna get rid of all of these sword grass, and then we're gonna shoot across here and end up here. So, alright, so I'll come down here the next day. I'm gonna start building this jump, and then that berm's after we get it. Okay, so at the moment I'm digging post holes for this gap to reinforce it. So there's posts at the back, so then we can put logs up against it, so then it stays upright and compacts well. I'll show you what the hole looks like. Okay, so those posts just up there, I'm gonna put them in this hole, which I dug, and then I'm gonna dig another one. So then when they're in there, they're gonna be standing up, and then we can lie logs against them like that, so we don't have to put as much dirt up against the gap. Alrighty, I got the holes dug. I'm out here by myself. And now, basically, put a little bit of dirt in there at a time in the hole and pack it in real hard. And then pull a bit more in and pack it hard again. And then they become solid, and then we can cut it to how high we want it, and then put logs up against them, and then dirt, and then you got to jump, and then just got to build that berm in there. But yeah, no, it looks pretty straight. I'm pretty happy. I just got to fill them in now, get them sturdy, and then I might cut them off to where I want it, or we'll just put logs up against it until it gets to the height that we want it to be at, and then yeah, and then we'll know how high it is. Alright, so they're looking pretty solid, but just in case, I'm going to cut this bit of wood in half, and then I'm going to use it as supports on the back. So I'm just going to put them like on the ground from there up to like the middle of one of those, just as supports, because you'll be riding with speed towards it. So just put some supports at the back for it to stay solid. Okay, so the supports didn't turn out how high I wanted them to go, but I had to dig them into the ground a bit like this so it would actually stay up, and I cut a groove in the top, but that turns out that it doesn't even sit in it. So I cut a little bit more out of the back and made a mark there. So I'm going to cut into that a bit, so when I put that on there, I can push it down, it slots in, and it will stay there. I'll show you when I've finished it. Okay, so I just cut like a little ledge in there, if you can see that. I'll try and stick this in there now. Put the end in like that. Okay, so that's just above it how I wanted it, like that. Basically just push down until that's in there. So now that's sitting inside that lip, and hopefully it should stay there now. And now that pole's solid. And it looks good because you can't actually see it from behind, but it looks like that. Look how solid this is now. It doesn't even move. Like, it moves a tiny bit side to side, but not back and forwards. That's solid. Now I just got to bury that bottom bit. I'm so happy with how that looks. Now we just got to line logs up against it going long ways like that, and then cover it with dirt, and then we've got a drop. And it's solid too. I'm really happy with that. And that's all dug in now. Look how clean this looks. It's nice. Oh, it's a good as. Alrighty, well that's finished. They're both pretty solid, so now I'm gonna measure this one up, see if I can get 2 pieces to put at the bottom here, and just start working away at getting logs for the bottom there, so then I can make this jump. Okay, so Dad took the chainsaw with him to work today, so I've been cutting everything with this. It takes a lot longer and it's more physical. I enjoy the physical challenge of it, and well, it's not really a challenge, but I like cutting things by hand, but it just takes a lot longer, so things don't get done as fast. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get stuff done as fast as I can with this. It's not too bad. I'll show you what I've done so far. Starting to cut that so I can put it up against this. I cut all of these with this. So yeah, it took a while, but that's alright. I'm up for it. I got all day. Solid. Alrighty, Saturday. Came down, my friend Lockie from Hillsville came up and we built this huge berm. It looks really small on camera, but it's going to be after this drop. But you can tell by how high up, like next to Lockie's hips, it's huge. So yeah, it should be pretty good. I'll show you from the bottom. This is what it looks like from the bottom. It's so cool. And then the drop is all the way up there. So we just finished up with this berm. It's actually the most beautiful piece of dirt I've ever seen in my life. It's so cool. Awesome day of building with Lockie. Built this. Just got to cut up a few more logs for that and covered it in dirt. And then we got that. Jump into there. It's going to be scary. Straight out of a little corner. Straight out of a road gap up there. It's going to be scary, but it's going to be fun. Road gap. Alrighty, so just finished up this jump with my friend Bryce. He's from Hillsville as well.
Yeah, Hillsville gang.
Yeah, just finished up this jump. I'll show you what it looks like from the side because it's pretty sick. So that's what it looks like from the side. Piled it up with as many logs we found on the ground as possible. Cut them all to length. That's to hold it in place good. And then covered it in dirt for it to be nice and smooth. And then that goes straight into this berm, which I'm really proud of as well. So it's pretty sick. This is the berm here. That's what the jump looks like from there. It's pretty big. And then you zoom around this berm. But yeah, sorry I haven't been doing time lapse. I've just been trying to focus on actually building it, so it actually gets done. Yeah, nice.